Hello, Monsters Abound here. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires, part 37 of my Malekith campaign. This is going to be a little bit of a quiet episode as yesterday goblins got into the wine supply and the slow gin supply and the beer supply. Basically, they got into a lot of things that are generally of an alcoholic nature and drank the lot. And as such, the naughty little goblins have acquired an affliction known as the mother of all hangovers. And so to let the naughty wicked goblins recuperate, it's going to be a little bit quiet, just going to have a little bit of recovery time, just until the goblins have managed to recover from the hangover. Good. So currently we are of course fighting we're fighting across the entire width of the old world. We've got Malekith and Hellenor, who we newly recruited at Fort Strogoth. There in the old world, we've got multiple armies in Ulthuan, slowly capturing territory. And then, of course, got Kakaukin and Neth in... it's almost Lustria. We're sort of heading down the neck towards Lustria. I think we're probably going to take out the Zeti as well along the way, because why not? They're kind of in my way. And I'm just kind of in the mood to kill everyone at the moment. I don't know why. So that's what we're going to be doing, and what I've been having a look at the victory conditions, because obviously that's what we're kind of heading towards. So capturing Ulthuan is a given. We're going to do that, not a problem. We've got the Black Tower of Malekith, that's done. Black Ark, we only need one more, no problem there. Destroy the following factions, but Lothern's going to get its ass kicked anyway. We're going to have to head down into Lustria to finish off Lothern, because they are down there, but capturing Ulthuan will kind of cripple them at the same time. And then we need 8 settlements from this list. So we've already got Kislev, we've captured that. Hell Pit because through military alliance. We've captured Hexotl, Nagrond and Lothern. So that means we've now got 5, which is good. However, because the rest of the races are sort of allied with the dwarves, they're all sort of allied together, and as such they won't ally with me because the dwarves don't like me. They're also allied with Lothern. So that's probably more the reason why they won't join me, is because I'm at war with someone they're in a military alliance with. Now, because of that, I can't join a military alliance to capture someone. So like Coron over there is under Bretonnian control, Altdorf is under Empire control, Castle Drakenhof is Vampire. I might be able to get an alliance with the vampires. That could be an option. But the Oak of Ages, I mean the Wood Elves, I mean they might. The Wood Elves might. But the rest of these settlements are either under factions that I'm not at war at, under the control of factions I'm not at war with at the moment, or factions that won't ally with me. So I might just have to kill them instead. But that was always kind of the plan anyway, so no big deal there. So I've captured Kislev, and I think what I might do is actually I kind of want to secure this position, so I might go back and capture the rest of Norska, because once I've got that under my control, I'll have the entire north of the map sort of under my control, and then at that point I can sort of like surge southwards, and I won't have to worry about attacks from the north. So I've captured Kislev. That's an objective city, so I think that was a good option to do. And what I might do is capture Fort Jakov, and then maybe even go for Ostland, mostly for the gold mine, because I do love gold. So I might do that. And Erengrad as well could be a good option, because it's got the as someone points out, the strategic location icon shows you there's a special building there, and that'll be the port of Erengrad, which brings in a lot of money, which could be very useful to have. So I think that's my plan. I think I might go down and grab Fort Jakov, because we've got the Red Eye and the Undead to our south, and so that's not a problem. We're kind of protected from that direction. In fact, Manfred, where are you? There you are. How do you feel about us? Kind of getting there. I think you don't like us mostly because we've got treaties with the Empire. What about, can we get any more trade deals? Midland.
Approach us, friend, and make your offer.
I will. We could get some more money from that. That seems may as well do that. Is there anyone else we can trade with? Musilion and the dwarves, both of who, oh bloody hell, we could get a lot of money for the dwarves though. But they do not like us. And it is getting worse because of all our military actions against Lothar. Who knew the dwarves would be the High Elves' best friend? Oh well, that's fine. So, right, let's get this started because geez, I haven't even moved anyone yet. Right, let's get Malekith. You are going to... Oh, you're going to get attrition no matter where you are. I don't think there's anyone down there. So... Could just raid. Problem is the Dark Elves don't have any sort of non-raiding, non-attrition stance. Which is a bit... Okay, well, yeah, screw it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. He's only going to take a little bit of attrition. Just head straight for him, Malekith. Take him down. Right, Fort Ostrosk is fine. Helenor, you need some more units. You need some better units, to be honest. But you don't have anything, so... Get some of those guys. That would be fine. Helisphere. You can have piercing bolts of burning. We've got a lot of our agent. What? Okay, well, Sokos, you do have a skill point. We've kind of made you into assassin, haven't we? And so I think getting one of these would be good. What about Black Lotus? Sure. Let's do that. Lord not move. Right, Felicion. Where do we want you to go? We could... Lothern... What are the defences like? Rubbish, basically. They're not going to stand up against anything. We are building the walls, though. So that should help. I think the torture posts... Why not? Everyone loves a good torture post. I do kind of want to get more shades. The range is less, isn't it? Where are we? Dark Shard. So range 140 compared to 120. So they've got 20 less range. But on the other hand, they can fight in melee pretty well. They don't have shields though. So we can get dual weapons, which is good against infantry, or great swords, which are good against armour. Yeah, okay. Well, let's go. Let's grab the Den of Outlaws then, so we can get some shades. I did want to sort of buff up these armies anyway. What do we have? Lots of dark shards. Let's get a couple of bleak swords, just to round that army off. Felicion, do we... I need to defend Lothern for the moment, but I think... problem is with that army there. The Tower of Lysin won't fall right away because it's got walls. But on the other hand... Angrial here doesn't have much. Do I trust Felicion to get shit done though? Can she beat that army? They do have a Star Dragon and 2 units of Phoenix Guard. I mean, I think she should be okay. Can we? I think you can just hinder replenishment. Yeah. Damage walls. I don't have walls. Mac Tig. If I could like. Even yeah, okay, yeah, okay. So what we're going to do? We're going to hit the Tower of Lysin. Let's do that. We've got a Wailing Banner. Well, Felicion is already an absolute murder train, so let's make her cause fear and terror as well, because why the hell not? And then let's get a couple of siege towers as well. The only problem with Felicion's army is her infantry is garbage. I need to get some better units. It's a problem. That's fine. Okay, we've got a Black Ark, and I kind of want to send it in this direction. So off you go. In fact, it's full speed ahead. Indeed, it does. Off you go. Go on. Go on. Off you go. Okay. Good work. Okay. Now both Kakalkin and Neth. What I might can we ambush? Like if we go here, we can hit both Swamp Town and Port Reaver. Let's get the marble there. Public order there is fine. I'd quite like a... When can we get another Black Ark? 23 turns? Oh my god. Well, I think these guys should be okay. On the other hand, that replenishment is so good. I'd kind of like a Black Ark down here to help these guys with replenishment, but I'm sure it'll be fine. They've got Death Hags in their army anyway. That'd be fine. Right, can we assault the garrison just for shits and giggles? Good work. Rinmaud. Nice work, Rinmaud. Assault garrison, let's give you that. Do some more damage to garrisons. And Mitra, no, I don't want you to do, I just want you to... Come. Oh, went weird. That's fine, that's better. Okay, good. Kept scrolling to the right for some reason. Okay, so if we could grab Floating Pyramid, if we could grab all the settlements north of Floating Pyramid and then capture Floating Pyramid, we can use that as sort of a base to then attack from. I think that's a good option. Thank you, Windows. With your sodding updates, you've just been on for hours. I only decided to record, and then of course Windows decided it wants to show me it's got some updates to do. Thanks very much. Okay, otherwise I think I'm fairly happy with that. Mitra, I think you'd be quite useful around here. If we can hit some of these walled settlements, that'll be good. Mactig, why don't you come down here? There's a couple of armies here that need dealing with, and our armies are not both Murdressa or Marathi's army. Marathi will be back in a couple of turns, it'll be fine. And of course Felicions are not particularly what I would consider good army. They're not very elite. I mean, Dark Elf infantry is pretty good anyway, but... Shakara. Oh, you know what? We could actually... I hadn't realised you were down there. Yeah, let's retreat. Shakara, where are you? There you are. Indeed it does. Can you take these walls down for a 76% chance? Come on. I'm sure he does. Good work. Okay, so we've got that. Let's give her a Cauldron of Blood because that's always funny. And then, okay, so what are the walls like? They've got 7 breaches. I think we can take that.
Destruction lies beyond.
It's worth a shot. Can Felicion take the city? Well, it shouldn't be too difficult, to be honest. Kind of feels like the High Elves are fighting a losing battle. Felicion, of course, the Blood Scourge, is going to be heading over to the right flank. See if she can pick off this noble, Zoltar, I think his name is. Rest of infantry moving up. Hydra's going to break through on the right hand here. Mage, what's her name? Rasara, dropping a Pit of Shades on top of some these archers. Archers racking up some kills there. 64 kills, that's not bad for a Pit of Shades. Pit of Shades, definitely one of my favourite spells in the game. It is just brutal. More Hydras coming through the breach. Got a nice long line of spearmen here. It would be a shame if someone was to breathe fire over them. Yep, because that did a lot of damage. And Felicion has come crashing down into Zoltar, knocked him to the ground, and now she's going to start cutting off his face. Hydra's through the gate, so now they can pour the rest of our infantry in. The War Hydra's going to act as if we can hold the High Elves in place. Their infantry is significantly better than ours. They have some White Lions. Those guys are pretty good against our normal bog standard infantry. But our War Hydras are going to be the wrecking balls. So we're going to pin these elves in place and then wipe them out with War Hydras. And some support from the Black Ark, of course. Zoltar is already in significant trouble and he's terrified. I'm not surprised. Some units fleeing deeper into the city. They've got some defences back there. A couple of Great Eagles and some Illyrian Reaver Archers. We've got some Cold One Knights. They've come into the city. So we're going to use them to hunt down some of these units over here. Another pit of shades going off in the background. That's forced those White Lions sort of to move around it. And also done a little bit of damage to them as well. Didn't catch very many of them. War Hydras continuing to do a lot of damage as they just traipse through the enemy line. Over here you can see there's a large number of Dark Elf bodies on the ground. That's those White Lions really just hacking us apart. 49 kills, 50 kills, yeah. But now we can charge into their rear and they are going to break because they're terrified. And we're definitely getting control of the city walls at least. Cold One Knights chasing down some archers over here. We're going to pull them back though. We don't want them to have to sort of like sit and take all that fire. Too much fire, of course, they will go out of control and just start charging things randomly. That's where we could lose those knights. Let's pull them out of that combat before they get in any trouble. We've got a Great Eagle coming down to harass them as well. Felicion is going to go and deal with that Great Eagle, of course. Flying unit to flying unit. Come on, guys, get out there. You don't want to take those arrows, do you? In comes Felicion. She's going to be dealing with the Great Eagle. Not as well as the Death Hag Blood Cauldron can. For whatever reason, that seems to be super effective against feathered animals, but feathered birds, lots of birds' feathers. Against Great Eagles, at least, it just seems to be quite good. But I haven't quite worked out why. Maybe it's a chariot thing. Never mind. We are opening fire on the Illyrian Reavers. They do have quite a few missile units in here. Just some Lothran Seaguard and some Silver Helms. We're going to concentrate all of our missile fire on these guys. That should take them down really quickly. Missile cavalry, obviously very good, but if they get targeted by missile fire from the enemy, they do kind of melt very quickly. They are obviously a quite a large target. Tend to have not as many units. They have to use their agility as a defence. They won't win a missile duel. Another unit of Illyrian Reavers over here, and just a few archers with heavy arrowheads. Again, just focus fire. You can see them just absolutely melt. Got a War Hydra burning some of the spearmen in the background there. We're going to pull him back. Don't want to get him out of place. The War Hydra here is out of position. We're going to have to pull him back across the causeway, get him out of harm's way, otherwise he's going to get shot to pieces. That's Great Eagle's coming in, the second one. The other one's broken and is running, but this one is harassing our poor War Hydra. And actually doing significant damage to him. Bombardment assistance from the Black Ark doing basically nothing. I'm not very impressed by the Black Ark bombardment abilities. They're not actually that good. I suppose the replenishment and the additional combat captives after the battle are still good. So the bombardment is just a little bonus, really. White Lions now fleeing back across. Are they rallying? Oh, they've rallied. I'm impressed. I mean, they're not going to stay rallied for very long, though. Some Lothran Seaguard. Again, we're going to focus fire. They do have shields, though, don't they? Yes, they do have shields, so they're not going to take an awful lot of damage from missile fire. But I think, you know, we've got quite a number. We've got 4 units of crossbows and 2 shades, so I'm not particularly concerned there yet. They're being melted. Felician's chasing away that Great Eagle. There he goes. He's going to flee off the map. Then Felician has no more targets, or does she? Obviously, filled with bloodlust, she decides she's going to single-handedly kill all of these Silver Helms. She has popped her, is it Black Venom? Dark Venom. That's plus 75% weapon damage, which means she's got a weapon damage of 815, which even Grimgore would take one look at and go, steady on, love. She also causes terror, so that means these silver helms are broken almost immediately. Now they do recover from that and come back. And again, Felicien comes in, gives them a good old charge. You can see he's going to give them a good old whack, and 2 of them die. So basically they're losing 2 units every single time she decides to attack. And unsurprisingly, the silver helms decide to run away from her. I don't blame you. Otherwise, the rest of the High Elf units are now put to flight, being chased down by Cold One Knights and Shades. I thought that worked out pretty well. So we've taken another settlement and beaten Zoltar.
Ruin it all. Take everything.
Let's just occupy. May as well. Felicien is a sapper.
Death Knight is upon us.
Okay, Felicien, you've got a skill point. You're level 15. Would be nice to get the immortality, but maybe get devastating charge. I mean, especially when you're on a dragon. On the other hand, more melee defense would be nice. Let's go for melee defense. Oh, we can get. Hang on. Undo. Hard to hit. Then we'll get Foe Seeker. And then we can go in for things like Woundmaker. And I mean, more speed would be quite nice. I think in general we should be fine. She is a bit of a beast in melee combat, so that's good. Right, Deccan Car. Ah, yes, we've got a lot of agents over here who are currently. Oh, there's another Zoltar. Let's make his life misery by killing all his people.
Certainly not.
Yep, that'll do it. And we got Myriel up here. Yeah, okay, so I kind of want to...
Farewell.
Where are those Norsican armies? That's what I want to know. They must be around here. That's fine. We can hit Vort Jakov next turn. That'll then secure sort of the Kislev province. I mean, we've got a lot of chaos corruption, but because of the building in Marathi's capital, it's not actually that much of a problem for us. Corruption is only -1. So once we've got the public order building up, we should be in a pretty good place there. No Crucith. You have not moved. Just assault. Oh, you... Critical failure. Rubbish. Jade. God, I've got so many agents at the moment. I guess you can kind of... What did I want you for? There was something I wanted you for, I'm sure. Did I want you... I wanted you to come and join Rakal, didn't I?
Death hag ready.
Yes, I did.
Impossible.
It's not impossible, just... Look. Just come over... Come over here.
Destiny.
Come over here. Look, it's fine.
To the
It's just a little bit of water. You'll be fine. And the Clawed Coast. Oh, yes, we retook this, of course. Let's just go and force tribute payments, I think. That should be fine. Deccan Car, you've got a skill point. Let's go for assault units, because that's what you're doing at the moment. And we finally got to the end of the turn. Well done, us. Oh good, the dwarves are even stronger. Just what we needed. They did lose quite a few provinces in the south though. I think that was to the Chaos Invasion. But they've got a lot. Well, I think they've got a lot, but they've got some of the provinces in the Empire as well. I need to find... Who are they at war with? Who's that? Is that Archaon? I think that's Archaon with his glowing hat. Okay, well, at least that's where Archaon is. He didn't want to come and fight Malekith, which is a shame. But you know what? If he wants to raise hell amongst my, in commas, allies, then that's okay. Is Altdorf under siege? Looks like it. Ah, well, yeah, you can't keep that Musilion. That's mine. I'm gonna have to kill you now, which is, to be honest, no one's gonna give a shit. Right, the last war herd of chaos have left my territory. What I've decided is my territory. The Skaven can live in a hell pit, but the rest of it's mine. Where are you going? I don't like that because I don't want him to recruit more units. Larian's been wounded, Clan Moulder are up to something, Assault Garrison success, don't care. Wounded failure, assassinate success. So Larian has been defeated, but that's okay. Now, do we wipe out Port Reaver? I think finishing off Port Reaver is probably the sensible option. Do we need both armies?
Absolutely not.
That army is just mostly spearmen.
Favoured of the Witch King.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
I think Kalkin can probably take care of Port Reaver
What?
by himself.
Death. Nagaroth.
I'm not concerned about this. This is fine. Who do I want to be more speedy? Does it really matter? I guess Kakalkin can be speedier. Okay, so we've got a bunch of Saurus warriors. We've got some skinks and stuff. It doesn't say it's in our favour, but I think that our Harganeth Executioners are going to be way better than their Saurus warriors. So I think... I don't think this is going to be true. On the other hand, they do have Lord Mazdamundi. What's he got? Soul Quench. That one, Apotheosis. He doesn't really have a lot of spells. So maybe we do need Neth's army here as well then.
Power awaits me.
There's no point getting Kakalkin's army mauled for no reason. So we'll do that. That looks better. I mean, considering it is Mazdamundi's last settlement, we may as well fight this one.
We will make them bleed.
Poor Mazdamundi is not going to know what hit him. We have a considerably large Dark Elf force here, incredibly elite as well. Lots of Executioners, lots of Blackguard, and a Dragon. The Lizardman force, on the other hand, is not particularly potent. We do have some Cold One Knights coming, heading towards our right flank, where Kakalkan is stationed. Maybe they hope to pick him off. Don't think that's going to work like they think it is. They're already going to get shot by the crossbows. They do have shields though, so there is that. Wrath of Kurnos does... Oh, that did some damage. Good job. And they're going to charge, but then we're going to counter-charge with our Hard-Ganeth Executioners. Those Cold One Knights are going to get cut to pieces. Blade Wind coming out. Not doing anything. As per usual. Some of their skinks are now in range. And they're going to get absolutely torn to shreds by crossbows. Bit of shades being dropped right in this blob over here. That is going to be incredibly punishing. And then concentrated on with crossbows and bolt throwers. On our left flank, our Cold One Dread Knights are trying to get stuff done, but we do have a couple of units of Spear Saurus heading in our direction. We probably don't want to engage those head on. We're also trying to deal with this Skink Priest of the Heavens in case he uses Wind Blast. I think it's Wind Blast they have. Heavens. Yeah, it's light. Yeah. So, yeah, if he has Wind Blast, I don't want him to use Wind Blast because that spell is mean. So we're going to concentrate on him with our bolt throwers. There we go. Mazdamundi, not much of a threat really. The AI does not know how to use Mazdamundi. Executioners cutting down Saurus warriors. Not going to be much of an issue there. The distance, our dragon is going to try and deal with that Skink Priest, take him out of action so we can't do anything nasty. He's got some bog standard Bleak Sword? Bleak Swords, yep. Dealing with Saurus over there. Over this side, some of these Saurus have gone out of control. And we've got some Skink Skirmishers darting away. At the same time, we've got our Cold One Dread Knights now pulling back through the forest. Now that these units are engaged, they're going to give them a double charge in the rear just as soon as they can. So you can see the Lizardman army is basically collapsing already. And this is basically going to be the end of it. Dread Knights just carving their way through these Saurus. And the rest of the Saurus now breaking and running. We're going to let the crossbows do most of the work. Off in the distance there, Mazdamundi now the target of every single bolt thrower in the army. Yep. Poop. Well, he won't be coming back. Oh, goody. So that's Mazdamundi dead. For good, I think. I think he only had one settlement left. Yeah. So, good. Right, so we're going to... we'll just occupy it. We'll just occupy Port Reaver, I think. Faction destroyed. Hexotl is down. Excellent. Good. Hela is dead as well. And him. Right. So, my only enemy to the south now is Lothran. That's all I have to worry about, and Kakalkin has got a skill point which I'm going to... I mean, Slaughter Lord. He does have a lot of Hard-Ganeth Executioners. So let's go for Slaughter Lord. And once they start ranking up a bit, we'll get the next... Do that? I know we've already got Favour the Fortunate. But it only affects units of rank 7 or higher. So it's not doing anything yet, but it will do. Dark Sorceress Elysia. I just... Blade Wind's a bit rubbish in my opinion. It doesn't really seem to do anything. So... let's get Harkati's Blessing for more Winds of Magic, I guess. And then Kaelin. You, of course, have Pit of Shades. Occam's Mind Razor, upgraded, is an area of effect, which is quite nice. Let's do that. Let's go for Occam's Mind Razor. because I do like that one. And a Spellbra, you can have Wild-Eyed, because I want to put you on a Cauldron of Blood, because those things are brilliant. Right, Malekith, you haven't moved, but I'm fairly sure we can just auto-resolve that one. There we go. Yeah, we'll just occupy. And we'll get some replenishment. Not an awful lot of replenishment because of the unpleasant climate. I mean, less upkeep reduction's good, so let's go for iron mine there. Let's get rid of that. We'll get some walls going there. Maybe that's level 2, so we could get the first rank of wall. Not that actually it's because the goblins love us. Well, they like us anyway. Trusted friends. See? Trusted goblin friend. Hagreen, you are level 39, almost fully maxed out. So let's go with Block Army, I guess. And Helenor can just hold Fort Stragov for us. Unless... I mean, that army doesn't look particularly dangerous, does it? She might be able... Okay, let's grab a couple more Dark Shards. And then I think she's going to take Zoishnik. She's going to actually do something.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
I suspect this will... There's a problem with sea combat is you're never entirely sure. Let's just save. There we go. I've got a new keyboard. It's difficult to work out where the keys are. Okay, well it looks kind of in our favour. Let's give the Banner of Rage to Moransti. And auto-resolve? Close victory. That's fine. We did lose a few units, but nothing too vitally important. And that's the Chaos Army dead. So we can pop back in Toran Lek. That's fine. Good. So we've just got Lothar Humongous. Humongous. Really? Is that your name? Are you sure? It's not a very good one, but sure, whatever. Do I want to... I could capture these cities in the centre here. Because most of this is ruins. So I think Moransti can probably deal with this. While Rakal comes into the centre and maybe captures Tor Saroya?
Ridiculous.
Is it though? Is it Zoltar? Is it ridiculous? How much of your garrison do you still have? I can't see. But I'm going to bet it's not an awful lot. So, Rakal. Okay, it doesn't look in our favour, but I actually think we're pretty much a dead cert to win this one. War Banner. Let's give that to Rakal himself. And then we can take out Zoltar 2 and take Tor Saroya. But we've run out of time, so it's going to have to wait until the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.